Okay, guys, I'm sorry I haven't made like half the videos I promised to make. I promised a Cats review. I still haven't seen that. I promised an Aeronauts review. Still haven't watched that. I promised a Two Popes review. Still haven't watched that. I promised a Rise of Skywalker spoiler review, which is still happening definitely. And I promised a Star Wars ranking, which still hasn't happened. So I had a lot of things to do this weekend, and I did absolutely none of them. So I'm very sorry for that. But I saw Parasite finally, and I'm really excited I actually saw it. So I'm going to talk about Parasite for y'all. And then we'll get to the final week of 2019 for movie reviews, at least. After like Friday, I'm not doing any more 2019 movie reviews. So I'll try and watch the Two Popes and the Aeronauts whenever I feel like it. Tomorrow's like Christmas Eve, so I don't think really have time. So I might not even have time to watch either. Neither of them are going to make any lists, but I don't know. Two Popes got nominated, so why not? Let's just talk about the movie that did get nominated. Like, why don't we talk about that movie? How about that?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
Parasite. And I'm actually now realizing I said that this movie did get nominated at the Golden Globes. It didn't. I'm actually now shocked it didn't get nominated for Best Picture. I mean, at least Marriage Story, The Irishman, and Joker did. But, like, Parasite, whatever. Point is, whatever. So Parasite is a new film from not really actually new, it's a couple months old, but it's from director Bong Joon-ho, who's calling me right now. I swear to God, I'm trying to record it's scam likely, and it's from, like, not even my area code, so I'm not going to pick it up, but, like, I'm trying to talk about, like, one of the best movies of the year, and this, you can't see it, I wish you could, it's hilarious, but, like, I'm trying to talk about the best movie, or one of the best of the entire year, and you're calling me now, whenever this is a new movie from director Bong Joon-ho, I think that's the right name. I'm doing bad right now. And essentially the film, you know what, I'm not even going to explain the premise. I didn't go into this movie knowing any plot, I just knew it was amazing, and I knew the 99%, I knew all this stuff like that. So I just was like, I don't want to know anything about this movie plot-wise. I just want to know it's in Korean. That's it. And I saw it, and they let me into an R-rated film, like my sister went with me, which actually isn't legal. You have to be a parent, and she's only 20. So I actually don't, and they didn't even like ask for an ID. So in I Sport Theater, I could have probably gone and seen Parasite without legally being allowed to see it. So great job there. Okay, honestly, I was super excited for this movie. I've been waiting so long to see it ever since I heard it premiered at Cannes, and it was so amazing. I was like, holy crap, I want to see that Parasite movie. And it's months and months later, finally, right before my top 10 best, I head down to my theater and I watched it. And guess what? It's as good as everybody's saying. Let's start with this. The acting in this movie is so incredible. Everyone kills it. I don't know any actors' names in this movie. I've never seen them before, so I can't specifically... I don't really think there's a performance in this movie that stood out among the rest. I guess the dad of the family is Mr. Kim. I guess he probably gave my favorite performance of the film. He was very entertaining to watch. He gave a lot of really great emotions. I think all the acting is very good. The production design is also fantastic. I think the look of this film is really nice. It looks really beautiful. Like, I love the cinematography. I love the shot composition. I love the way it's all filmed. Really love the score as well. A lot of classical music. It's a very well shot film. And I have a problem with foreign films because if you don't get me locked in at the beginning, I'm going to miss a lot. Because, like, I don't get exactly... With a foreign film, I go into every film not really expecting to read the subtitles, but whenever I have to read the subtitles, it's harder for me. So when I watched Drive, I watched it with an English dub because, first of all, I was like, it's not an interesting movie. It's like in plot's perspective. I think it's hilarious, but it's not an interesting movie in a plot perspective. So I'm just like, okay, gotta watch this with the English subtitles on. But with the good ones, I shouldn't have to do that. With Parasite, I started the film off, not exactly, I missed a couple lines, but eventually, once I figured where the movie was going, I stopped even thinking I was reading it. I was just reading it subconsciously, and I was just getting the plot. I just got so engaged. Like, this movie, just the more it went on, the deeper it went into the story and everything, it just got me so locked in. I was just so invested the entire time. Like, you're ever watching a film and, this is my face, halfway through the film. I was just jaw-dropped, like that. Subconsciously, I was just jaw-dropped. I had no idea that would happen. And it's also very intense. I don't want to say too much on that, but, there are some sequences in this movie where it gets very intense. It's very... my hair is... I hate my hair. I want to cut it. I don't want to be bald. That's why I wear a hat. I don't actually like my hair at all. I think it's horrible. But the more this film went on, the more just locked in I got in the world and the characters and all the emotions. And it's just a great movie. Is there anything to say? It's a Korean great movie, and it's been nominated for so much. It's got so much praise. There's not really all that much I can add to the table. It's as good as everybody said it is. How about that? I particularly love the way this film goes through. Like, the film as it goes on gets more weird, more outlandish, more insane. I'm trying so hard not to get into what the film's actually about, because I think everybody's already seen this movie, but if you haven't, I just don't want you to know what the plot is, because I didn't go into the plot. I want you to have the exact same amazing experience I did. I actually sat in a theater with like 50. I sat in a really small theater. Like, I drove 30 minutes to this. We have this really obscure theater in my town, and they play these these foreign films, and so they play films like Parasite. That's where I watched A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Or no, not A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I watched it at a normal theater. I saw Won't You Be My Neighbor there. I watched other films I watched this year. I'm trying to remember what else this year I watched at that theater. I know I saw... Crap, why am I forgetting? It's probably in my top 10 I saw a movie there. Let me think. I don't remember. I've seen a lot of movies there. A lot of really great movies premiere at that theater. So it's always the limited releases that go there. So that's how I was able to watch Parasite, because it's there. And they have this very obscure jungle room. And that's where they played it. And it's there are 50 seats. And everybody's crammed together. So I was sitting next to my sister, and then this other older guy, and it wasn't a comfortable theater to sit in. But it didn't matter, because I never thought about my theater experience, because this movie is so freaking engaging, which is good. If you have an awful theater and you don't think about it because of how amazing the movie is, that's something right there. Also, it got pretty emotional at the end. I didn't cry. I think the only movie in my top 10 favorite of the year that's gotten me to cry, which is Avengers Endgame. While I didn't actually cry, I want to watch Marriage Story again. I think I might cry second time. I'll watch that. I'm going to watch Irishman, Marriage Story, and Endgame all before I make my top 10 best of the year, hopefully, if I get to it. But I get pretty emotional at the end of this movie. I didn't cry, but it gets pretty depressing and sad. And yes, Bong Joon-ho does great with the way the film begins and the way it ends. I don't want to say, but it is very reminiscent. It is very well done. And the plot is incredibly well written and engaging. It is so fascinating. It's such a fascinating story. You've heard all the praise. You've heard all the amazing things about this movie. But guys, I cannot say it more. This is I don't know, is it my favorite of the year? I don't want to say, because my top 10 list is very close. I'm not going to tell you if it's my favorite of the year. But what will I say? It's a fantastic movie. I loved everything it did. I don't think Bong Joon-ho did anything wrong. It's easily in my top 5 of the year. I really loved this movie. And if you've heard all this praise, all of everybody loving it, it's all true. And if this movie, I'm just going to say it's not my favorite of the year, but if it does win Best Picture, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I love this movie and everything it did, and I'm going to give Parasite a 10 out of 10. I loved just saying the sentence, I'm going to give Parasite a 10 out of 10, because I didn't think, a week ago, I was like, I'm not going to get to see Parasite for the end of the year. I did. So I now realize that actually my top 10 best of the year is so good, because I went out of my way to go watch R-rated films, which I didn't do last year. Most of my top 5 of the year are all rated R. So there's nice. Oh, look, my friend texted me again. Why does everybody want to communicate with me right now? Well, I'll wrap this up. My spoiler review for Rise of Skywalker is next. Or, no, ranking Star Wars is next, then spoiler review for Rise of Skywalker is next. I needed a couple days for movie to let sink in my head. Yeah, I know, it's even worse than I remember it being. The more I think about the Rise of Skywalker, the more I hate it. It's such a terrible movie. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.